Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Are you looking to get in shape fast? Is it even possible to get in shape in like 3 weeks? I have this question posed to me many times before, and you know what? I've seen many people do it. So let's talk about the possibilities and what it takes to make it happen. Stay tuned. Hey, my friend Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, The Power of Possibility, Passion, and Purpose. How quickly can I get in shape? How fast can I lose weight? Many times people ask me that question, because we want results right away, right? And I wanted to know the same thing when I started. And so I discovered that I was really asking myself was, how fast or how quickly can I get in shape and get fit so I can go back to being uncomfortable or go back to my old comfortable, unhealthy ways of living. That's kind of the way I was doing it. And so just in the back of my mind, I was just going, how fast can I get in shape so I don't have to do it anymore? I mean, how long is this exercise going to take me? So that I could get to a point where I can go into this thing called maintenance mode. I didn't even know what that meant, but I kind of thought, I just could kind of wing it and just kind of exercise sometimes when I was thinking about it. Seriously, that's what I was thinking. But what I needed to do is I just needed to pick a goal that I hope to accomplish in, let's say, the next 30, 60, 90 days. I was looking at 90 days, but realistically, I was like, can I get through 30 days? And I just needed to create a habit to get it to start, things to work instead of overthinking it. And that's what got me stuck all the time, was this overthinking and how long is this going to take, and will I get the results? And if it's just going to be 3 weeks, man, I got to work really hard to see results, right? So back to the 3-week thing. I'm going to share with you some tips, or at least some food for thought, in case you are an overthinker like me. And just make sure that you keep your plan simple, keep it specific, and get started right away. Don't put it off. That's where the overthinker part comes in, where let's say I'm recording this on a Wednesday. I've decided to get into shape. Well, I'll start Monday. That's where we think that we're going to do all this planning. We're going to get the right shoes. We're going to be super organized. We're going to be super laser focused. And then over the next few days, we overthink it. We eat too much because we think we're going to just starve and deprive ourselves for the longest time. And then Monday happens and we're feeling off the game and we're even more sluggish, get even a slower start, feeling more humbled, more frustrated, and we give up pretty quickly. So just keep it simple and keep it specific, right? The idea is to strive for consistency and healthy habits first. I know a lot of us, we focus on the results, but the results will come once you get those done. Here's a good rule of thumb: it's to expect to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week on a safe way to do it. 80% of the equation is going to be your nutrition. And that the 20% is the moving and the exercise stuff. So a lot of times we put so much emphasis on the exercise part and we don't see the results. And you just can't outwork a poor diet. You gotta dial that in. And then there's those people out there that have the mindset of, man, I'm not gonna do any exercise and I'll just eat to lose weight. And while you can lose weight doing that, of course, our bodies are meant to move. So don't skip the exercise part. You need that part too. So here's mindset tip number 1. Your goal is to be slightly healthier today than you were yesterday. My mindset is always just a little bit better than yesterday, right? And that mindset each and every day leads to a happier and healthier you year after year, instead of, I'm at the end of the year, oh my gosh, I need to come up with some drastic major New Year's resolution plan that I know I'm not going to stick to because I haven't done that in a long time. So thinking in terms of 3 weeks only is really limiting yourself. But you got to start somewhere, right? Just know that temporary changes lead to temporary results. And you want to keep embracing the journey every step of the way. while you're blasting on your 3-week plan that we're going to talk about here, keep thinking, after this is done, what's next? How am I going to continue to keep going? This is the lifestyle. This is the habits that I'm adopting. Okay? Because if you're just going, hey, I'm just going for the 3 weeks and then I'm going on a 10-day vacation and that's it, and I'm hoping and praying that I don't gain weight on the vacation, but you're gonna. It's just not the right mindset to have. Not if you want long-term results anyway. Learning how to get in shape and set goals is really important if you're looking to live that healthier lifestyle and get yourself closer to that goal weight. So let's explore how to get in shape in 3 weeks. First, here's where you want to start. Why do you want to get in shape? What is your inspiration? You want to be hot for the holidays? You want to wear your skinny jeans? You want to be confident on vacation? For me, it was losing the beer gut. I just wanted the beer gut to be gone. Is it losing, or is it running a 5K, or recovering from injuries that have held you back, or just trusting and believing in yourself? Or is it to inspire others, inspire friends, or proving to yourself and everyone else that you can succeed, right? Is it that you're just wanting to smile as you walk past the mirror, or you want to start dating again? Maybe it's winning a weight competition at your work, or eventually playing with your kids and your grandkids, growing old with your significant other, reducing your stress, better sleep, wanting to ski, to skydive, to dance, to hike, to rock climb. Just have a reason. What is your reason for wanting to get in shape? Okay? And then what you do is you write it down and post that thing all over the place, in your bathroom, in your kitchen, in your bedroom. Read it morning, noon, and night. Get in your head. Keep that reason for wanting to get better right in front of you all the time. Okay? Because this is the stuff that's going to keep you going when you're not feeling into it, when it's raining outside, when the weather is going awful, when you had a bad day at work, when you just don't feel like it, when you want to sleep, when you're too sore, when you just want to binge on Netflix and eat pizza. It's that why that's going to keep you inspired. Another way to do keep yourself motivated and inspired is just looking at other success stories that are out there, other people that have done it. If they can do it, you can do it. They had a why, and so do you. They didn't feel like exercising some days, and they did it anyway, right? Okay, so off my soapbox here. Exercising, getting in shape in 3 weeks. You got to exercise daily. It's far easier to make exercise a habit if it's a daily one. If you start off like I did, where you were like, oh, maybe I don't want to work out a whole week. I'll just do 3 days a week. And then it turned into 2 days a week. And then it turned into me quitting because there were too many things in the gap there that made me overthink and not like the exercising part of it. And I didn't have the why. I didn't have that. So exercise every day, 30 minutes a day. And I'll throw in some of my favorite routines into the show notes so you can have those. But if you're going to create your own plan, here's a simple guide. There's many of them out there, and this is where the overthinker doesn't pick one, because they go out and they get a boatload of options and then they don't pick one because they want to pick the right one, and they overthink it and they don't pick any. Here's a simple one. 3 days of strength training, 2 days of cardio, 1 day of yoga and flexing, and 1 day of recovery stretching. And not in that order. I mean, you're sprinkling it out like the Monday's strength, Tuesday's cardio, Wednesday's strength, that sort of routine. You're mapping it out and finding your best exercises for 30 minutes to do that. So consider getting your workout done right away in the morning. If you can, control the day so it doesn't control you. But once again, if you are a person that's overthinking and telling yourself stories, then fit it in when you have the most energy. The next tip here is to keep up the intensity in your workouts. I mean, there's no need to turn that 30-minute workout into a 2-hour one. I've seen people do this in the gym. They get in there, they're going to be there for 30 minutes, and they get on the treadmill and they scroll and they walk and walk, or they walk around the gym and they stall and they stop and they stall and they think and they scroll on social and they take pictures, and all of a sudden it's like 2 hours ago blow by. That's draining your energy and it's draining your time. There's actual studies out there that show that a 30-minute workout can be just as effective and get you the results as an hour workout. So in those 30 minutes, do your best to get the intensity in there, get it over, get it done, make the most of your time. Just be focused and driven and use your why. Use your why power. That's what I like to call it, your why power. Next tip is to just recognize any limits that you may have. This is where people struggle, especially at the beginning of the year, the New Year's thing. People just get frustrated because they hit a plateau, or they're humbled just like I was because you're so out of shape. You don't think that you're out of shape. It's like, I'm not too bad. I could bench press this in high school or whatever. But here I was. I couldn't even do 2 push-ups. That was me. I couldn't do 2 push-ups. And I thought, I figured, oh my gosh, I want to quit. This is horrible. But I had to have this mindset, trusting the process, believing in yourself, embracing the journey, knowing that those limitations, most of them are going to be temporary. And so having limitations doesn't mean giving up. It just means realizing that you're going to have some obstacles and you're going to face them and you'll overcome most of them. And expect to hit plateaus. People will be all of a sudden they're on this little, man, I'm losing weight. I'm getting in shape. I'm doing all this stuff. And all of a sudden the scale doesn't do anything. You might even go up a little bit. You're all of a sudden not as strong one day as the next. And it's like, what's going on? You hit these little plateaus. They're going to happen. Just know that they are. This next one is a big one. Eat healthy foods, not foods that are labeled healthy or that look healthy. Be a nutrition label reader. This will help you with your results so much faster. Avoid those added sugars and actually the hidden sugars too. And that's sodium. Sodium's such a big one. And the sneaky trans fats that get in there. Don't get fooled by the deceptive snacks just pretending to be good for you. There's a lot of great marketers out there. It's focusing on the unprocessed stuff. It's like shopping the perimeter of the grocery store. Focusing on the unprocessed stuff, eating lots and lots and lots of vegetables. I wasn't a big vegetable eater to begin with. Once I started, my results started coming fast. Meat, if you're going to have meat, use it. You make that your side dish. Not, a lot of times people make the vegetables a side dish. Make meat your side dish. Eat whole grains, healthy fats, things like that. So, you can't out-train a poor diet. And I had a lot of things in my house that I thought were healthy and I bragged about the healthy food I was eating. And after further research, man, they were doing more harm to me. No wonder I couldn't get results fast enough. Know this next tip is to slow progress is still progress. Build healthy habits first. Think to yourself lifetime of consistency versus that weekend warrior mindset or the overnight athlete sort of thing. There's a lot of times people they have that mindset of they were fit back in the day, and so they go all out and they injure themselves or they take themselves out of the game so quickly. Just humble yourself and start out using less weight than you think that you're going to need. I'm going to tell you what, you're probably going to be sore, but evaluate that over the next couple days. Let's say you're used to curling 25-pound dumbbells. Start with 10 or 15. If after the few days you're not feeling sore, maybe ramp it up the next time, okay? But start out of the gate. Just notice how your body responds. And this last one, this bonus tip, if you're going to choose a workout partner or a success buddy is what I call them, be careful. Make sure they're committed. Make sure they're not going to take you out of the game. Make sure they have a really big why like you do, that you do, because you got to know your why. What I like to do with a success buddy, if they all of a sudden bail and they're not into it, might that lead you into, well, I guess I'm not into it. So-and-so didn't show up today, so I won't either. You know, I like to use a support group to connect with people, to stay accountable, to stay engaged, to stay motivated. And that's why I set these up, because they work. They help people stay on track. So I am constantly, every month, starting a group to help people reach those 21-day goals. And almost all of them keep going. Okay. Get on my next one. Get on the list for my next one. You can test it out. PutYourselfFirst.com/bootcamp. Pop it in the lower third, and I'll also pop that into the show notes too if you didn't get that on there. But it's learning how to get in shape in as little as 3 weeks. I mean, that can be crazy wild. It might even be intimidating to you, but with commitment, with time and energy, it's totally possible. And I want you to think beyond the 3 weeks. But if 3 weeks is your thing, I got to be in shape for something in 3 weeks. Totally, totally doable. Depending on your starting point. And during your 3-week journey, just keep thinking, what am I going to do next? What's after this next 3 weeks? What's that next after this 3 weeks? And keep pushing hard, keep up that intensity. I like to typically think in 30-day chunks as opposed to 3-week chunks. Just like, what can I commit to this next 30 days? And keep moving after your why. Find an exercise routine that works for you. Eat healthy. Drink lots and lots and lots of water, okay? And just make it pure water. And then watch your transformation begin. I'll drop the routines in the show notes, and for sure, jump into my 3-week boot camp. Let's get you in shape. PutYourselfFirst.com/bootcamp. That's all I have this week. Thanks so much for tuning in. And please be sure to share, subscribe, get over into your podcast app, leave an honest rating and review to help others discover this show and receive value. And if you're on YouTube, waving at you, you're catching the YouTube version of this show, video version, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you're notified the next time a show drops. You absolutely rock, my friend. That's all I have for this week. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.